Okay, this is DragonofEternity and welcome back to Final Fantasy XIV Online Stormblood. Now, in the last episode I started off exploring the expansion, and in this episode we will be continuing doing the story quests. So, we have Conrad. The promise of a new beginning. Conrad knows the purpose of your visit and would like to give you a proper welcome. Now, I know you would not have come all this way unless you had something important to discuss. I'm eager to hear what it is you have to say. But let's not do this on our doorstep, eh? Come with me. Okay. Very well, let's go on to Gubu. Whee! So derpy. So this is Rhalger's Reach. Now before I do anything, I want to quickly get the FFXIV chart. Just as a bit of quick travel, I guess. Alright, so that is Western Rhalger's Reach. Next one is over here at the FFXIV at the FFXIV. Rhalger's Reach, unattuned. Yeah, that'll be changing in about 5-10 seconds. So attuning. That's so calming. Holy shit, I want that mount. I think there's a white version too. Alright, favored. Yeah, I'll change that from Foundation. I really want that mount. Although the Griffin is fun too, I guess. Yeah. Right, Chocobo Keep. Well, my traveller might interest you in a Chocobo Porter. I already can travel about a bunch, so that's fine. So then the last one is up here then. Aye. What the? I don't understand what's... You have attuned yourself to all the FFXIV shards in Rhalger's Reach. The Fringer's Gate is now accessible as an FFXIV destination. Now I should say one of the big things in Stormblood. Swimming! You can now swim. So, that's a thing. So I'll just leave those two to do whatever they were doing. Yeah. Anyway, back up here. Nagor. We plan operations here when we're not entertaining important guests like yourselves. Is that a bit of sass? Never it. When we first met back in the Shroud, I took you for just another adventurer, but Rhalger, I still can't believe how far you've come. I feel like I've met him before. I probably have. Anyway, Conrad.
Allow me to welcome you once more to Rhalger's Reach, our humble headquarters. My name is Conrad Kemp, and I have the dubious honor of overseeing operations here.
It is a pleasure to meet you, Master Kemp. I am Alphino Leveilleur, of the Scions of the Seventh Dawn, as are my comrades. Before I speak of our purpose here, pray allow me to thank you for sheltering Ida, forgive me, Lys, and Papalimo at great risk to yourselves.
No, there's no need for that. They risked their necks for us enough times. 'Twas the least we could do.
I wanted to, I mean, about the mask and...
Ah, don't fret over that. You're not the first person to take up arms against the Empire under a false name. We'd do the same if we had any sense. My condolences for your loss, child.
Papalimo laid down his life to save us, to give us a chance to make a better future for ourselves. There will never be a better time to drive the Garleans from our lands. But we have to take the lead on this. We can't leave it to fanatics like Ilberd.
More than a few of our people were taken in by his promises. Followed him all the way to the wall. Good men and women who never came back. When Monago told us what had happened, how the bastard had made sacrifices of them for his twisted ritual, by Rhalger it filled me with an unholy fury. But what's done is done. Best we can do now is see that it wasn't all in vain.
That is why we are here today, sir. To see that some good comes of this tragedy. On behalf of the Eorzean Alliance, we do hereby extend a formal offer of military assistance to the Alamegan resistance.
Do you now? Well, go on then. I'm sure there's more to it than that. So that's the way of it, eh? The Alliance, hoping to avoid a direct confrontation with the superior forces of the Empire, wishes to engage them by proxy with our vastly inferior ones. My comrades and I must confer on your proposal. A moment, if you please.
Of course, Master Kemp. Take all the time you require.
So that's one quest done. I guess I should probably talk to everyone around here, like I've been doing for the past episode or two. Aye. So the Gridanians are finally willing to fight, eh? To be honest, I already know I want us to work together, but we've got to talk it over with everyone. We'll need to call the other senior members together before we can make a decision. Alright. I can't imagine that they would refuse. I can't imagine that they would refuse. But if they did... So they would have us wait. Very well. Papalimo and I weren't entirely honest with you. Though we were sheltered in Little Alamego at first, we spent most of our time here, working with Conrad and his people. No wonder we couldn't believe Finches. But you probably guessed that at the moment I led you to the Reach, didn't you? It's not as though we have to stand around here indefinitely, do we? A heaven for the bold. And that gets me... 255? Oh, 260. I guess I'm wearing the bunny crown for a bit longer. Alphanode is pondering how best to make use of your leisure. What? So, it would seem we find ourselves with a surfeit of free time. Ah, forgive me. You are free to look around Rhalger's Reach. In fact, I would encourage you to do so. It'll give you a better grasp of our current circumstances. Thank you, Master Kemp. I believe we will do just that. Let us make the most of this opportunity and assess the Resistance's capabilities. Free to poke our noses wherever so we will, eh? I like the sound of that. Now I should... I keep saying now I should and stuff. I'll wait until after this cutscene's done. Well, I already know this place inside out. I can show you around if you like, Mariashna. Great, let's get started. Now, what I was going to say is, sorry if I sound a bit off in this video and the previous video. It's a combination of using a new headset, considering I had to replace the old one. And also, I'm not feeling too well at the moment, so you might be hearing little hiccups here and there. And my voice just going downwards, I guess. This will be the last one I do today, though. So, Lise, how you doing? I'll bet you think the Resistance is mostly made up of Alamegan Highlanders like me, but the truth is, we don't even account for half. We've got Hellsguard from all the way over by the spine in here, and plenty of Seekers of the Sun like Nago. There's even some Beast Women. Well, Beast Women, I suppose. Like that one over there. Season and Nanta. They've been with us for a while now. Well, one of the smaller factions has. The rest won't have anything to do with us. We're no different from the Garleans to them. They keep to themselves, spending all their time crafting. And Nanta make the most amazing jewelry, by the way. They use magics to twist metals and crystals into shapes you wouldn't believe. It's a pity people hardly ever get to see their work. But then most don't even know they exist. That's enough about them anyway. Let's take a closer look at the statue of Rhalger, shall we? There, well, I'll go to you in a second. So, Ananta. Upper body of a female. Lower body of a snake. I'm sure some Monster Mizume fans will be rejoicing at this. Anyway. Where am I going? Over there. And it's already becoming nighttime. Again. Well then. Oh, no. Up there. Hey then. Lise! Pretty awe-inspiring, isn't it? The breaker of worlds, who guided our ancestors to these lands all those centuries ago. Ada used to tell me the story on stormy nights. She wanted me to understand, to remember. At the end of the 5th Astral Era, when the waters rose higher and higher, people all across Ozia beseeched the heavens for a sign, and lo, a burning star appeared in the eastern sky, and led the way to these mountains of Girabanya. They who were saved by his grace pledged to honor him and revere him, to devote themselves to great works, without and within. A storm of blood approaches fast, hell's open, heavens weep. For no one's soul doth lie beyond the measure of his reach. That last part was inscribed on this stone by a monk of the Fist of Rhalger. Ida explained to me, a day will come bring strife and sorrow that none may escape. Waste not these precious hours, but in quiet preparation make strong the body and mind. I don't know if that storm of blood is finally upon us, but if it is, I have to believe that everything we've been through, everything that has led us to this point, will see us through in the end. Sorry. That was all a bit melodramatic, wasn't it? Let's keep moving, shall we? Off to the infirmary. Yes, from one dramatic place to another. Alright. So the infirmary should just be over here. And you know what? I never actually checked out the recompense. At least I don't think I did. What is in the recompense? Let's see, it should be here. Oh. Have I never been here? Oh. 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 These are tombs. That's a graveyard. Okay. I see. I see. I was just curious about where that went, and... yeah. I guess I found out where that went. So, the barber? Oh, hi, Shulla. What do you two say? You two are come to inspect the facilities. As you can see, they have done well to set aside this much space, but their supplies are inefficient, or insufficient. We examined the patients and offered what assistance we could. However, for many of their injuries, time and bed rest are the only effective treatments. Okay. Please. This is the infirmary, as you can probably tell. Here's where the resistance healers patch up the wounded and tend to the sick. No matter how carefully we planned our operations, casualties were inevitable. It's a sad thing to think about, but it's also important to remember the cost, as Conrad would say. We should go. I'll show you the FFXIV Plaza then. Did I already? I'll tell you what, I'll surprise her by teleporting there. Oh, and the music's only gone to the night version. Quite nice. I always prefer the night version of musics. And that alicorn is still there. Okie doke. Lise! When you've seen one FFXIV, you've seen them all, right? Not quite. This one's an older design, dating back decades, to when the Fist of Rhalger was still here. It may look different, but it works just as well as any other. I'll show you where the Sutlers are next, but don't forget to attune to the FFXIV before we go. Well, I did that at the beginning, so I should be fine. A heaven for the bold. Alright, so just over here. Arms, armor, potions, you name it, these folks have got it. The resistance would be in a bad way without brave merchants to keep it provisioned. If you're short on anything, or you need something prepared, these are the people to speak to. Oh, Alphino and Alice are here. Why don't we see how they're getting on? Now let's see. Fending would be nice. What does it look like on me? Well, that's a thing. Yeah, I'll take them to you. Actually, what does Alphino say? Hardly surprising. Where there is war, there is profit to be had. Need to buy anything now would be a good time. Interior provisioner. Makimata. Alright. And cracked crystal. I have no idea where to get either of. No, I know where to get Makimata. I don't know where to get the cracked crystals though. Nothing needs repairing yet. So that should be good to go. Right, Alice, our bargain struck. Alice is nodding approvingly at the Sutlers. Come to take the measure of our friendly neighborhood merchants? They're a bold lot, that much is plain. If the Imperials found out they were peddling their wares to the Resistance, they'd be lucky to escape with their lives. 'Tis a gamble, aye, and I admire their courage, but the motives could hardly be said to be altruistic. Ah, here you are. I've been looking all over for you. We've finished discussing your proposal and we're ready to receive you all back at the tent. I've sent someone to fetch a stolen file, so if you'd like to follow me... Okie doke. Sorry to have kept you waiting, but matters such as these demand due deliberation. Or deliberation. We'll begin once the others arrive. What was that last word? Deliberation. Alright. Conrad!
Thank you all for waiting. We have reached a consensus. I, Conrad Kemp, do hereby accept the Eorzean Alliance's proposal. You must understand, however, that our cooperation comes with certain caveats.
Those caveats being...
I take no joy in this, just so you know. Were it within my power, I'd offer you more assistance. But the Resistance is far more fragmented than you realize. The men and women in my care belong to but one of many factions. Simply put, I can only speak for the people of Rhalger's Reach. Now, I have every intention of appealing to the others, and I expect many will agree, but it will take time, and I cannot guarantee universal support.
Understood. I shall see that the Alliance is under no misapprehensions as to your position.
Much obliged. But that's not the whole of it. As you can imagine, the loss of those who cast their lot with the Griffin left us short on numbers. Some of our most trusted veterans died at the wall, and we've had to fill their posts with the young and inexperienced. Frankly, everything's in a right bloody mess.
Oh, we'd be more than happy to help you get back on your feet. If we're going to work together, we'll be doing ourselves a favor.
Well, there's no shortage of work to be done, that's for sure. We're in dire need of new blood, too.
Ishtola and I could lend a hand in the infirmary. From what I saw, they could do with a few more healers.
Very well. I, for my part, shall return to the Rising Stones. I'm certain there are others among the Scions who would welcome the opportunity to fight for Alamegan liberation.
Is there anything else we can do to help?
I had something else in mind for you, lot. Monargo and Mefrid will tell you more.
Understood. We won't let you down.
So they're in a bit of a pickle after the Poe failed operation with the Griffin. What a relief for a moment. I really wasn't sure which way it was going to go. As if there were any doubt. Pinch me if I'm dreaming, because I swear it's finally happening. The whole of Eorzea committed at last to the liberation of Alamigo. Oh, blah blah blah. Okay, that's the Moogle Mount. And the sad thing is, that plays the good King Moggle theme. Now that we've dealt with formalities, we can get to work. I'm glad you're with us, friend. Right then, Monargo and Mefrid are to be our keepers. Knowing not of what they require, one task is as good as the other. Make your choice, Mary Ashler. Oh boy. Your ether compass may now be used to locate ether currents in new regions. If you have misplaced your compass, You may obtain another by speaking with Gebront at the Forgotten Knight, or Gafford at Rhalger's Reach. Okie dokie then. Let's see, eeny meeny miny mo. See what you guys say. After you, Marishna. I wonder what Conrad has planned for us. I leave you in my officer's capable hands, and them in yours. Sir Meffred, a familiar face forgotten. And we have Minago, a friend of a friend in need. And that gets me a better piece of chest armor. I'll go for you then. We'll have to do both eventually, but I'll go for Minago. So, a friend of a friend in need. Before she tells you of her mission, Minago has a few things she would like to say. Okie doke. Before we begin, I'd like to thank you and the Scions again for patching me up after I bled all over your floor. I owe you my life. And a new carpet. And I won't forget that. Furthermore, it was rude of me to run off without saying a word. It's all well and good claiming my duties here couldn't wait, but a parting thank you was the very least you deserved. My apologies. No worries. And thank you. Now, to business. Commander Kemps entrusted me with a formal reply to be hand-delivered to the Alliance leadership. It covers everything we discussed, as well as detailing the disposition of our forces. What I need is an escort, 1 or 2 men at most, so we can make it to the wall swiftly and without attracting undue attention. Very well, I shall join you in this. General Din commands the forces at Castrum Oriens. It should be simple enough to cede into his hands. Great! That's just what I wanted to hear. When you're ready to depart, meet me at the paths leading out of the Reach. Okie dokie then. And yeah, I'll be talking to you after I do this one. So it is just over there. No wait, no, that's something else. Tell you what, I'll pick this one up. I think something I was going to say a while back is that I'm not going to be doing any side quests, or at least most side quests. There will be a couple that I will pick up for ether currents, and other things. And I guess this is one of them. Ulga Ironheart. That there is a sightseeing log, unless I'm mistaken. Do you perchance know a woman called Milith? Probably, even though I don't remember. Ha! What are the odds? Milith is my niece, lest you wonder, and she has told me much and more about you in her letters. Ah, but where are my manners? Ulga Ironheart, at your service. I am an explorer like most of the clan, and my niece bade me to share with you such knowledge I have accumulated. Here, lend me your log. Let's see now. Definitely there, and there, and there, and there. Yes, that ought to suffice. My explorations have taken me far and wide, but dearest to my heart are the regions of Alamigo, beauteous in their ruggedness, and the lands of the Far East, glorious in their diversity. There are many wondrous sights to be seen in these places, and I've written down the directions to them. Some will prove more difficult to reach than others, but if you're even half as resourceful as Milith says you are, I'm confident that you will find them all. And with that, I shall leave you to resume your adventures. Go forth, my friend, and take in such breathtaking vistas as even my father, the great Rhalger Ironheart, could not see in his lifetime. Sightseeing log expanded. Stormblood entries have been added to your sightseeing log. You must be a disciple of war or magic of level 60 or above to record Stormblood vistas. Travel to the location indicated and fulfill the necessary conditions and you will complete the entry for that vista, earning experience points in the process. Use your wits and the notes provided by Rhalger to identify these stunning sights and the proper way to appreciate them, and see Alamigo and the Far East as only the greatest explorers have seen them. And so that's an extra little thing for me to earn experience points with. And I might as well say, one of them is absolute bullshit. And I'll be sure to try is a big word here, try and show the specific bullshit one off. Yeah, that'll be in a couple of levels. Let us defer to Monargo with regards to the route. While we could just as easily head back the way we came, there could be any number of reasons why we should not. Got everything you need? Good. Then let's be off. Speak with Monargo and the Fringes. Alright. To reduce congestion, the area you're about to enter has been divided into multiple identical instances. Select a destination. To be honest, you don't really need the multiple instances at this point. I mean, there's like 100 people on each during early access, and yeah, that was interesting. But at this point, no, you don't really need it. Ah well. So, Monargo is over there. Just Dara. Fate discovered. I don't imagine is that bloody fate down here up yet. No. An Anta and his sisters. Did I say level 67? Aye. Yeah, no way in hell I'm going near that. Spinner. Staying the fuck away from that spider. Monargo and Alisay. Why have we stopped? Is order miss? Quiet. Hear that? That's a cerulean engine backfiring. Imperials. Ye gods, he had preternatural senses. I didn't hear a thing. When you grow up hunting in these lands, you learn to discern the sounds that could mean life and death, be they of a predator or a patrol. From what I'm hearing, we have a 7-man patrol augmented with a single magic tech armor. Wise search pattern. Divided into 2. No, 3 teams. I don't think they know we're here. It's risky, but we should split up and try to take them all by surprise at the same time. We don't want them calling reinforcements. 3 teams, 3 of us. Nothing for it then. Where are they? Head north. You should see them long before they see you. I'll deal with the ones to the south. The armor should be just to the west. Mariashna's best equipped to deal with that. We attack in 5. That should be enough time to get into position. Rendezvous on the west bank after. Any questions? No. Then good luck. And here I thought it would just be a simple travelling quest. Ah well. Right, staying away from the Gagana even. Staying away from the spider. Sneak behind the Gagana. And we're good. What's that? Oh, it's those one-eyed things. Creepy. So, a Hoplomachus, Hoplomachus, and the Imperial Predator. Okie dokie. And of course. Tell you what. There we go. Spyro, help me out, buddy. Help me out, my faithful Chocobo. I really hope he's helping. And this guy's taking ages. Come on! This guy won't die. Now he's dead. Like, oh no, no, just run away from that one. Just run away from the Gargana. I could fight these things, but I don't wanna. I just want to get the story quest experience. Although I should probably do some roulettes in between episodes. Yeah, that'll be a thing. Anyway, Alizé. I'm pleased to report that the Empire is short 3 soldiers. Not that any self-respecting negators would be sorry to lose them. Manago. Looks like everything went to plan. Not that I'm surprised. The 3 soldiers I faced didn't put up much of a fight. Most of the Imperials we get out here are conscripts from other provinces with little training and even less conviction. It's grim work killing men and women like that. But don't doubt that they'd do the same to you if the roles were reversed. And don't you dare pity a man in armour. Conscript or no, a soldier piloting one of those can kill a dozen good men in a blink of an eye. Not that I need to tell you that after what happened at the wall. Yeah. Well, first piece of armour. And boom. Yeah, it looks nice. I need the other pieces though. So 553060. Won't be changing the boots anytime soon, but I can get a couple more pieces. Signed, sealed, to be delivered. Naga would like nothing more than to continue on to Castrum Oriens. Right, I believe we've rested long enough. We should resume our journey before someone notices their missing patrol. Okie doke. Follow Nago. Just to the east end. Oh, up here. So I should see her in sight soon. Provided I don't get bloody aggro from that bee. Aye. More soldiers. No, more soldiers? I didn't think they'd come this far west, but better to be safe than sorry. We're clear. Only alliance patrols ahead. You said the forces of Castrum Oriens were under the command of Flame General Rauban al-Din, did you not? By Rhalger, the Bull of Alamigo himself! I never dreamed I'd have the chance to meet the legend. Well, you're about to meet the legend. And he's just up here. Alright, just up here. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, fuck. I wanted to not aggro the tree, man. Ugh. Would it be nice to not aggro the tree, man? Hello, Pippin. I returned from a survey of the wall but a moment ago. We have yet to recover Papalimo's personal effects, I am sorry to say. But you may rest assured that we will notify you and yours the moment we do. Oh. Yeah, be sure to try and find that staff. It's important.
It is good to see you again, my friends. I hope you are here to tell me you have made contact with the Resistance.
We are, General. Allow me to introduce Manago of Rhalger's Reach.
At your service, sir. And may I say what an absolute honor it is to stand before the Bull of Alamigo.
These are not the Blood Sands, girl. You and I are but soldiers on a battlefield fighting for the same cause.
As you say, General. On behalf of Commander Kemp of the Alamigan Resistance, I present to you our formal response.
Good. I'm glad we've reached an accord. Though I was not aware you had suffered such losses.
Aye. Some of our finest took part in the Griffin's doomed assault, and we've been struggling to find new recruits ever since. The massacres cast a pall over the whole Resistance, and many who might once have been open to joining us have since thought better of it.
After all of the Griffin's false promises, one can hardly blame them. They have no desire to give their lives for a lost cause.
We will not lie to them. This is war, and lives will be lost. Yet what we offer is not the fever dream of a madman, but true hope.
The people need proof of this, Father. Let us show it to them. I say we stand shoulder to shoulder with our new allies and engage the Garleans in open warfare. The Resistance must demonstrate that they can hold their own against Imperial regulars. And with our assistance, I am confident they can do just that. If we can achieve even a token victory, I believe it will serve to rekindle the hope of the Alamigan people and inspire them to rise up once more.
Aye. Aye. Once word spread that we'd won a battle against the Garleans, I'd wager we'd have new recruits flocking to us from malms around. The question is, when and where do we strike?
I'm glad you asked. I have a plan.
Our scouts recently informed me of an interesting development of Castellum Velladina, namely the arrival of a shipment rumoured to have come from the research and development facilities near the capital, containing prototype Magitech armour. It is our assessment that this armour is to be field tested here, most likely against Alliance forces. Mayhap before the day is out. Damn it all. More Magitech weapons? That's the last thing we need. Your concern is not unwarranted, but we needn't despair just yet. The shipment is thought to have contained a single heavy unit with one or possibly two support units. For a well-laid ambush, we are confident we can destroy them all, thus hindering their development and delaying future deployment. And should we carry this out as a joint endeavour with the Resistance, they will have their rallying cry. It would mean dropping all pretense about the Alliance not wanting to go to war with the Empire, but you'd have a lot more folk willing to stand up and fight if they knew they weren't alone. And you were going to have to do it eventually anyway. Exactly. And so what I propose is simple. We harry the patrols to bait them into bringing their prototype weapons to East End, where our Resistance allies will take them from behind. Simple indeed, and well within our capabilities. I see no reason to delay, especially if a field test is imminent. What say you? Assuming the Vice Marshal's intelligence is accurate, I agree with his assessment and fully support his plan. I shall notify my comrades at once. Understood. I shall have one of my men bring you the details of the plan anon. And we, for our part, will be fighting with the Alliance, yes? I somehow doubt you were intending to sit this one out. And that's another quest done. Yay. So, I think with that, if this is the one I'm thinking it is. Aha! Yes, it is. Okie dokie. Yeah, I'll be saving this one for later. And also, there are a couple of things here I want to check. You'll be giving F occurrence, so that'll be done a bit later. Okie doke. So, yeah, I think with that I will end this episode here. This has been DragonofEternity going through more Final Fantasy XIV Stormblood, patch 4.0. In this episode, I explored a bit of Rhalger's Reach, I understood the situation of the Resistance, and we've started to help with Minago. We started to help Minago on her side of things. So next episode we have Best Served Rift Cold Steel. And oh boy, do I have a story about this. But that'll be next episode. So, yeah, as I check Pippin, fate has a way of leading one into the most unexpected alliances, does it not? Prototype Magic Tech Armor, eh? This may prove a challenge. It may prove to be one indeed. So, yeah. And with that planned out, viewers, until next time.